The Lynden Pilling International Airport is the fourth busiest in the Caribbean and just recently received an award from the Interior Design Institute of British Columbia for the best airport design. 3.18 million passengers use the facility, and authorities are implementing measures to increase that figure to 5.8 million by 2025. With the ongoing multi-million-dollar redevelopment of LPIA, other initiatives are forecast. That's expected to catapult the local airline industry, if not on par, ahead of its regional competitors. Carla Palmer reports on one of those plans.
With construction well underway on the second phase of the three-phase $400 million redevelopment of the Lynden Pilling International Airport, the project is not only on time but on budget for its 2013 fall completion. Following the completion of the U.S. departures terminal and now the U.S. arrivals terminal, all that remains is the construction of a new domestic international departures and arrivals terminal. But there are complementary plans to the overall project, which includes an airport hotel.
What I can tell you is we are in discussions with a hotel developer, and we're getting near the conclusion of those.
President and CEO of the Nassau Airport Development Company, Stuart Steeves, would only confirm talks, but hinted that the possibility was real.
The board, a few weeks ago, NAD's board, gave us a green light to conclude those discussions and negotiations, but we're not yet at the stage where we can make that announcement. It's not quite yet finalized, but we expect it's imminent.
Steeves, however, forecast that a hotel property in close proximity to the airport could only be advantageous to travelers.
The benefit would be for travelers. There's a number of scenarios. It could be people who are connecting to or from the Family Islands. It could be people who are coming to Nassau on some kind of business, personal or otherwise, who don't want to pay the premium to stay in a resort location. They want to stay in a hotel that's off the beach. It could be for crew, flight crew on layovers. It could be for meeting business. If people are coming together, again, from the Family Islands perhaps, who need a common place to meet, have some kind of discussions, and then easily transit back to where they've come.
According to Steeves, by the end of the month, they will make an announcement of their decision. Carla Palmer, ZNS News.
Thank you, Carla. Now on to a social initiative being promoted by the government. The National Volunteer Program is being boasted as an ideal initiative to help steer young Bahamians in a more positive direction, while we continue to get feedback from a cross-section of our society. President of the Boys Brigade Bahamas Council, Captain Fernley Palmer, gave his suggestions for the program, and Pastor Joseph Thompson of the Bread of Life Church commented on how female volunteers can help young women.
We need to implement a spiritual aspect of the program, because without religion and discipline, the program will fail. That's my personal opinion. So I think we should get into the spiritual aspect first, and secondly to the discipline aspect of the program. Have a rounded program, in particular for males, because the country know how the country is going now with males. So we need a strong male program.
We need female mentors so that they can help them in their challenges, because actually you have peer pressure in the homes, in the schools, in the community, and therefore they need to know who they are and recognize that they are important.
The new headquarters for the National Emergency Management Agency is almost ready, and the Disaster Management Organization will soon move into its new building on Gladstone Road. Director Captain Stephen Russell says he visited the site this past week.
But the building is progressing very well. There was a slight delay, but we're back on track now. And I'm pushing them to, for the first month in the new year. Hopefully by the end of January they can be finished with the building. In fact, the interior is just about to complete. They're just doing some carpentry work on the interior, and I'm aiming to get into the building and functioning by the end of March of 2012. That is our aim. So our efforts are now working towards that period of time.
All right, sounds exciting. Well, Russell says paving and some landscaping will take place before the facility is officially handed over to the government. Well, Bahamas Speed Week has been getting lots of attention locally and internationally. More than 40 rare and vintage cars valued at millions of dollars from the United States and the United Kingdom are gracing the capital for 5 days as they speed around Arawak Key. As Cyan Thompson tells us in this report, not only the men got to drive, but some women are also a part of the action.
You can call them sleek, you can call them gorgeous, but the cars in the Bahamas Speed Week has definitely been fast and furious. Just take a look at these beauties. Who says girls can't have fun speeding? While out of dozens of drivers from around the world, there are 2 women showing off their competitive skills.
There's actually another lady from Germany, from Berlin, and her father has a huge Mercedes collection, but she's here in a Porsche 911.
Bahamian resident Pippa Vaslov, the second female driver, loves the race and has a story behind her fascination with Bahamas Speed Week, which was a staple event in the capital during the 50s and the 60s.
My father used to he was part of the original Speed Week, and he loved cars, and as a child I used to go with him driving in Switzerland and other places, and I didn't really think that I had the bug, but I'm afraid I've got the bug now, and it's so beautiful to be here. We're driving around like wild women, and I love it.
Bahamas Speed Week continues on Sunday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. at Arawak Key. Cyan Thompson, ZNS News.